The Rainbow Fish Impact by Hayley Reinfeld. Most every child has had the experience of listening to a book. Yes, listening. Since I can remember, my mother has read my sister and I the most amazing stories, and all I would do was admire the pictures that went along with the words she spoke. I enjoyed the beautiful illustrations that were anything but dull. Most children my age enjoyed going out in the street and playing street hockey or playing with Barbies. Now don't get me wrong, I love those activities. I was a defending champion in the basketball game Horse, and I definitely had all the cool Spice Girl Barbies that all the 7-year-old girls would die for. Rather than embarrassing the boys at baseball and having my next-door neighbor envy my rarely sold Ginger Spice Barbie, I preferred to read. Books like Where the Wild Things Are and Chicka Chicka Boom Boom were my all-time favorites, but there was only one book that my mother could read that would make my day a million times better. The book that I would hope for every morning, afternoon, and evening was The Rainbow Fish. This book could easily beat out Twilight, Harry Potter, or any other overrated book I have read to this day. Its striking illustrations and amazing words all strung on to one sentence were definitely worth waiting for. I guess you can say I was a fanatic. While every other kid memorized the lyrics at Kids Bop or Now 5, I memorized the words to The Rainbow Fish. Even with a predictable ending, I still loved the storyline and it always kept me excited. The words that were in the book made me excited to read. I thought every book had been that thrilling, but middle school definitely gave me a reality check. I started reading books that didn't exactly catch my interest, and I wouldn't be excited to read. My first thought when flipping through the pages of The Giver were all the pictures? The only form of writing I would enjoy reading after that was the Miami Herald and the New York Times, mostly about sports and how the Yankees did. I also enjoyed gossip written in magazines such as Vogue, People, and anything that involved the royal wedding. That was my favorite kind of reading. I got the same thrill while reading The Rainbow Fish. Then it got tough. In middle school and all throughout high school, I skimped on reading. I hated reading comprehension. When it was time for SATs, I know there was no way of cutting through corners. I tried various methods my English teacher provided me with, but none of that worked. I decided to personalize it. That is the best way to describe my way of getting through painful reading passages that I could care less about. My way was to pretend like the passage was from People magazine and even switch the names around to William and Kate if I had to. I know it sounds silly, but it did make my reading comprehension a lot better. Although the passages, stories, and books that I may not be interesting, I know that I had never had hope if I hadn't started reading good literature at a young age. I understand that books don't exactly have illustrations on the page, but if you focus enough and actually enjoy some books, you can draw pictures in your head of what's occurring in the book. The Rainbow Fish has definitely impacted my view on literature. There is no doubt in my mind that I would read this book to my children. I hope they appreciate it as much as I did when my mother read it. I will forever be grateful for The Rainbow Fish and the impact I got from it. It gave me the initiative to keep reading even when